September 19th was a day that shall not live in infamy, Mr. Producer. June 19th. June 19th. What's today's date? I don't even know. July 1st. So, almost 2 weeks ago, I thought I stated something that was quite obvious. Almost 2 weeks ago, cut 9, go. And I want to warn the Republican leadership about something. If I and millions of us decide to leave you, if I and millions of us, the conservative base, the constitutionalists, the taxpayers, the people who make this country work, if we decide to leave you, you're finished. You're kaput. You'll never be in the majority again. And God knows you're provoking us. I thought that was a statement of fact. A statement of fact. I'm not seeking to lead a third party, to be the head of a third party. I'm not saying a third party is a wise thing. I never have. On the other hand, I am saying, why be the members of a party that hates your guts, that spends millions trying to defeat your candidates in primaries? So anyway, you heard what I said, which I think was a statement of fact. I'm warning the Republican leadership. If I and millions, that is you, decide to leave the Republican Party, they're done. And who are we? We're the conservative base. We're the constitutionalists. We're the Tea Party. We're tired of being treated like second-class citizens, when in fact we're the heart and soul, we're the backbone of the Republican Party. Now, Sarah Palin was asked about this, kinda, by Uma Pamaraju, who is a wonderful host on the Fox News channel, yesterday. Here's the exchange in part. Cut 8. Go.
We have one from Josh Painter, who is asking, would you and radio talk show host Mark Levin be willing to build a freedom party if the GOP continues to ignore conservatives?
Well, I love the name of that party, the Freedom Party, and if the GOP continues to back away from the planks in our platform, from the principles that built this party of Lincoln and of Reagan, then yeah, more and more of us are going to start saying, you know, what's wrong with being an independent, kind of with that libertarian streak that much of us have, and in other words, we want government to back off and not infringe upon our rights. I think there will be a lot of us who start saying, GOP, if you abandon us, well, we have nowhere else to go except to become more independent and not enlisted in one or the other of the private majority parties that rule in our nation, either a Democrat or a Republican. Remember, these are private parties, and you know, no one forces us to be enlisted in either party.
What's wrong with that, what she said? It's absolutely correct. The point is, if you're not wanted somewhere, why would you say, well, you ought to stand and fight? We have been standing and fighting. I've been standing and fighting my entire life. And we cannot seem to shake ourselves of the John Boehner types. They just stick to us like gum on the sole of our shoes. Or in my case, sneakers. But I want to be as accurate here as I can. I don't believe this is the answer. That's separate and apart from the answer. I don't believe it's the answer. I do believe the Republican Party is going to die if it continues to attack the vast majority of its members. I really do. Maybe not a third party, but people aren't going to turn out and vote. I mean, how many more examples do they need? Mitt Romney? John McCain? The 2010 elections were hugely important because of the conservative principles, our constitutional principles. So it's a Republican Party that is confused, that is directionless, and yet, when it does speak out, when it does act, most of the time it does so in idiotic ways.